Yo, what is up? So today I'm going to be showing you the best museum, but it's going to be the updated version because there actually was some pretty big nerfs recently in prospecting. I'm making this video because a lot of people were requesting this, so yeah. I thought, you know what, why not? Definitely make sure you leave a like and you subscribe. Sometimes I do actually give out a game pass, and there's actually a subscriber in my server right now, so I think I'm going to give him a game pass. Okay, I believe they already have the Sell Anywhere game pass. What about Crafter's Luck? Okay, we'll give him this Crafter's Luck game pass. I don't even know if he'll even know I'm giving it to him, but you know what, why not? There you go, buddy. See if he notices in chat. I don't know. Does it pop up when you get gifted the game pass? I have no idea. Well, I'm sure he'll find out at some point. Oh no, there he goes. He said, yo. Oh, he said, thank you, bro. Okay, nice. So it must pop up on his screen. No problem. There you go, dude. Enjoy, buddy. So yeah, definitely subscribe. Now let's jump straight into this. So I'm going to be showing two loadouts, by the way. One is like size boost and one is like luck and capacity. Now I think I'm going to start off with the size boost because I know a lot of people go with the size boost. Now, just in case you didn't see my last video, basically, I'll quickly show you the screenshots. Basically, a few days prior, he'd actually say that the museum stats are subject to change and will likely be nerfed in the future. And then he also listed a bunch of stuff that was changed in new servers. So if you want to read that, you can pause the video and read all of that. But I've already gone into all of that in much detail in my previous video, so I won't go too crazy on that right now. So yeah, basically, if you go into old servers right now, you can still play the game like before the patch because all new servers have the new patch, which is the big nerf. So if you're in an old server that hasn't been like fully updated yet, then you can actually play it before it gets the nerf, which is pretty cool, which is actually a server I'm in right now. To be honest, most public servers on prospecting haven't been updated yet, so it's not even too difficult to find. And the way you can tell you're in an old server, by the way, is if you go up to one of your items in the museum, if it doesn't say its weight, that's how you know you're in an old server, because in the new like updated servers, it actually will tell you the weight of your like the item in the case. So yeah, that's how you can know very quickly if you're in an old or a new server. So yeah, I'm going to show you two loadouts. Basically, the first one is going to be size boost. So let's get straight to this. Now, first of all, let me just show you my size boost. So right now I have 1,125. Keep in mind, that could be way better. Like I've heard people have like 1,400. The main reason is because my like equipment isn't actually that great. Like, because technically to have the max size boost, you want 8 prismatic stars with 6 stars. I've only got 4. And they're only 5 stars as well, so it's not that great. And also, you'd want a 6-star Royal Federation crown, which I've only got a 5-star one because that gives a 90% size boost. Obviously, a 6-star will give you way more. But yeah, so basically, the Peridot for the rares, the Ruby, which I know I'm not even doing this in the correct order. You know what? Skip that. Let's go the correct order because I'm kind of OCD like that. I like to do things in order. Okay, so the commons. So, first of all, the copper, that gives a size boost. Next up, the obsidian, that also gives a size boost. Also, I always recommend you go with void torn multiplier, because, or modifier, I guess is the right word, because that gives you a luck and capacity. Because usually the obsidian would only give the size boost, but because I've got the void torn multiplier, I get luck and capacity. So do keep that in mind. It's a pretty OP modifier, I can't lie. But yeah, copper, obsidian, and seashell, all for the commons. The Neodio Diminium, Neodymium, however you say this. Next up, the Smoky Quartz and the Zircon is what I've got on for my uncommons. Obviously, do keep in mind, like, I am aware that these two items don't have the size boost. That's because, obviously, you can only have 3 items in each slot. So, basically, what that means is there's only one, like, kind of item with the size boost for the uncommons at the minute, unless it changes in the future. Okay, next up with the rares, we've got the Peridot, we've got the Ruby, we have the Onyx, and then we've also got the Osmium, which is a pretty good one. That's a 0.2 size boost there. We've got the Ash Vine, which is 0.2 as well. And then we've got the Emerald. And then over here, for the legendaries, we've got the Fire Opal, which is 0.25. That's pretty OP. The Dragon Bone, and also the Volcanic Key. And then for the Paynite, for the Mythics, I should say, is a Paynite and also a Volcanic Core. And then for the exotic, you want to try and get a Dinosaur Skull because this does actually give you the biggest size boost. Look at that, 0.27. That's pretty OP. Obviously, I don't think I mentioned in this video, when you are placing items like inside the case, make sure you choose the biggest item that you've got. So obviously, the higher the weight of the item, the more stats it will actually give. And one way you can do that is make sure you click the weight/perfection button at the side of your inventory. So that way, when you put it in the case, you can always choose the best item. But yeah, if you get all of these items in your museum like this, you should have a absolute crazy amount of size boost. So if you look at my museum like loadout or multipliers, I mean, in the bottom left, basically I have a size boost of a 3.5. So that's pretty good, because I know most people, when they go for their loadouts, they either choose size boost or look or capacity. That's usually a common theme. So yeah, if you're one of those people that are trying to go for size boost, this is definitely the best sort of loadout you can go for. And trust me, with this loadout, you can get some ridiculously like high weighted items. You get tons of money with this as well. So if you're trying to grind like tons of money, this is also a really good way. Like, let me just go to like the Fortune River real quick, and let me just show you like the size of the items that I get. You'll notice a massive jump. So let's just dig right here. Obviously, keep in mind, we haven't got like that much luck right now or anything, because we don't have a totem or meteor or anything. But if we have a look at the side of the screen, am I actually going to get a mythic? Wow. Wait, am I going to get 2 mythics? No way. Look at that. I think I'm getting 2 mythics. Wow. I just got 2 of them. And I don't even have that crazy of luck. Also, I realized my auto sell is on, but I did auto favorite the 2 mythics though, so that's good. Wow, 2 mythics. That was insane. I barely get that with my like really high luck loadout and luck high capacity loadout. But anyway, yeah, look on the right side of the screen and just check out all the weight of these items I'm about to get. Look at this. 16 kg, 10 kg, 11 kg, 30 kg, 14 kg. So yeah, if you're trying to beat like personal records or whatever, and also just try and get really high weight items for your museum, this is super OP. Yeah, 29, look, 46 kg up there, 29 kg, 11 kg, 16 kg. Very nice. Oh, by the way, actually, there's one thing I quickly forgot to mention. Obviously, because we're in a new server, well, technically we're in an old server, I mean, you know, some of the stats may be different in, obviously, the newer servers because of the patch. So do keep that in mind. It may not be as good stats as you're seeing just because you're in an old server where the patch hasn't been, like, updated on this server yet. So if you're going to use this loadout, definitely make sure you're on an old server. They're not too hard to find, to be honest. Basically, if you just join a public server, you've got like a 50-50 chance whether it's new or old. Also, if you are going to be playing on a new server, you might want to consider changing this all right here, this onyx, because in newer servers with the patch, they've actually changed the size boost with a modifier boost, which I think I have a screenshot here. Oh no, maybe I don't. Oh no, that's a screenshot of it with the size boost. But basically, in the newer servers, it will have a modify boost instead of size boost. So yeah, do keep that in mind. You might want to change that around, but to be honest, I recommend you still use it, but just get in an old server. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to change my loadout in my museum. I'm going to go for a luck/capacity build. So I will bring you back once I've done that. This might take a while to just change everything around again. Okay, so I have actually changed my loadout from the size boost to the luck and capacity, which, by the way, they really should add. I'm hoping in the next update they add a feature where we can have like set loadouts for the museum, because that was yeah, that actually took a while to change everything around. It's always a headache when you got to change like your full loadout. I got to get better at that. But anyway, basically, if you look at the bottom left, I have a museum multiplier of 3.66 luck, which is pretty high, and a capacity of 2.81. So yeah, obviously that's the main two to really focus on there. Now, I did make a video kind of based on like luck/capacity museum, and I can't really remember like what I've changed. So this might be pretty similar to something I've already shown, but I think there are a few things that's been switched around, because I'm constantly switching stuff around. So there must be something different. I just can't remember what is actually different. But anyway, yeah, for the luck and capacity build, this is what I've got on. So seashell for the common, the silver, and also the pyrite. So yeah, seashell, silver, pyrite, obviously void torn modifier, you know, you already know the drill. The neon diminium, however I say that, not a clue. Topaz and coral. So those 3 for the common, or for the uncommon, sorry, and the commons. Now let's move over to this side of the room with the rares and the epics. So for the rares, we have the ruby, we have the meteoric iron, and we have the peridot. Also have the ammonite fossil. I have the golden pearl, which, by the way, I have no idea why this one is so small, because it's not even that small. Look, it's 12 kg. Oh, what's the size of this one? Oh, wait, oops, I've taken it out. Okay, that one's a 39 kg. Okay, well, the size difference makes sense there, but still, 12 kg. I feel like that's so small for that. Anyway, yeah, the golden pearl. We've got the emerald here. So the ammonite fossil, golden pearl, emerald. That's for the epics. Moving on to the legendaries. We got the diamond, we got the cat's eye, and we got the aluminum for those 3. Very, very nice. And then for the mythics, we have the infaloom, which is a 0.31 multiplier for the luck. Now, this is the craziest one, by the way. The flare bloom. Look at this. That actually gives you a 1 multiplier, like an entire 1, which is nuts. Not like a 0.1, Like literally 1. It is so crazy. That's the first time I've actually had an item like in the museum case that gives like a whole number added on, if you know what I mean. That's pretty crazy to see, because even the exotic over here, which is the void stone, by the way, this gives a 0.5, so this is actually double. The only problem is with the flare bloom is, yeah, it gives you a lot of luck, but it does give you a negative size boost, so do keep that in mind. But I think it's worth it just because it gives so much luck. But yeah, the negative size boost does hurt a little bit, I can't lie. So yeah, that is how I currently have a 3.66 luck on my museum multiplier. Pretty OP. Maybe one day I can push it up to 4, which would honestly probably be possible if I maximize like my modifiers on some of these. And also maybe try and get it like higher weight on some of them as well. I don't know. Like I feel like these two here, for example, probably could be higher weights. Maybe that's something I can work towards, because I do believe it is actually possible to get like a 4 luck multiplier as well. That's the thing with the museum. I feel like it's like kind of like an infinite grind. Like you can always kind of improve with your museum, which I guess is kind of a good thing, because that way, you know, you've always got something to do in the game. But yeah, always something to do inside of this museum. Now, the thing is with this luck / capacity build, like you will get tons of mythics and tons of exotics and stuff. But I will say most of the time, like the size of the stuff will go down a little bit, which by the way, I can take this off now because I'm not worrying about size boost. This is not my usual loadout. My usual loadout is 4 vortex rings, which I still haven't gotten 6 stars, by the way. I literally have enough void stones. I just haven't done it yet for some reason. I know I'm messing up. Don't worry, I will get 4 6-star vortex rings soon. I'm just kind of being lazy at the minute, I won't lie. And then I usually have the cryogenic, where is it? The cryogenic preserver. There we go. Yeah, this usually the loadout that I rock with. It's a nice balance of items, in my opinion. Because, I mean, well, even now, I mean, look at this. I have 14,000 like luck with 1,000. Well, actually, that capacity is not accurate. Hold on. Let me quickly update my capacity real quick. Oh, wait. Oh, why is there someone digging over here? This is weird. I feel like that's a weird spot to dig, but whatever. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's updated now. So now it's at 4,839. Pretty good. And by the way, I can change that whichever way I want, because I'm pretty sure if I add like the galactic pan, like my capacity will go up, as you can see. But the thing is, my luck does go down, because obviously the frostbite pan does give more luck, but the galactic pan gives more capacity. So yeah, I guess you can choose whichever one you want. But yeah, appreciate you for watching. If you did enjoy, definitely make sure you leave a like, you subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I always make sure I read every comment. And if you made it this far in the video, comment grass, because yeah, I'm curious to see who's actually made it, you know, all the way to the end. If you do comment the word grass, I'll make sure to favorite your, well, or heart your comment. I'll heart your comment if you comment the word grass, because yeah, like I said, try and make it a secret word, by the way. Don't make it obvious that it's the secret word. Like try and add it in a sentence somehow. I don't know. Just so I can see who's actually made it this far. But yeah, have a really good day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Oh, by the way, consider using star code VIEW when buying your Robux. Okay, yeah. Right. Bye-bye.